Sit down, keep your mouth shut, and for the first time in your life, look at the banknotes in your wallet for what they truly are. In the West, you've been brainwashed to believe that the US dollar is value. Your textbooks call it the global reserve currency. Your politicians call it freedom. The Eastern algorithm calls it legacy malware. Let's perform a root directory audit. The system you are living in was coded in 1944 at Bretton Woods. It was designed for a world that no longer exists. A world where the West owned the factories and the East was a graveyard. It was a patch designed to stabilize a broken world. But over 80 years, that code has become corrupted. It's bloated, it's parasitic, and it's riddled with backdoors that allow one central server in Washington to steal the proof of work from the rest of the planet. You think you're rich? No. You are just holding a high score in a game where the developer can change the rules and print more tokens whenever they start losing. The audit is open. Today, we don't just talk about inflation. We talk about the systemic formatting of your entire civilization. Take your pen out. This is the last lesson you'll ever afford. Let's talk about consensus mechanisms. Every currency is just an algorithm to decide who gets what. The Western algorithm, the one you're currently drowning in, is based on proof of force. Why is the dollar valuable? Is it because your economy is productive? Don't make me laugh. Your productivity is now 80% services, which is just a fancy word for people cutting each other's hair and suing each other. The dollar is backed by nothing but the aircraft carriers we audited in the previous session. It's value at the tip of a sword. You print pixels, digital dollars, and you force the world to give you atoms, oil, steel, chips in exchange. But the Eastern algorithm has introduced a new consensus: proof of productivity. While you were busy printing 40% of all dollars in existence in a single 24-month span, devaluating the life savings of every person on Earth, the East was busy building the physical ledger. We decided that value equals energy plus material plus logic. When you disconnected Russia from SWIFT, you didn't punish them. You performed a systemic self-amputation. You told the entire global South, your data on our server isn't your own. That was the moment the Eastern algorithm triggered its auto-save and started building its own server. You thought you were the administrator of the world. You forgot that the administrator is useless if the users decide to hard fork the network. We are the hard fork, and your proof of force is currently failing its security audit. You love to talk about sanctions. It's your favorite word. It's the last tool of a dying empire. But sanctions only work if everyone is forced to use your master server, SWIFT. The Eastern algorithm has already coded a bypass. Enter mBridge. This isn't just another banking app. It is a decentralized operating system for global value. It allows central banks to settle transactions in seconds, peer-to-peer, using digital ledgers that your Treasury Department can't even see, let alone freeze. In the old system, if Thailand wanted to buy oil from the UAE, they had to convert their currency to dollars, send it through a New York bank, wait 3 days, and pay your tax. The mBridge protocol just deleted your middleman. We are performing a vertical integration of finance. We have the oil, we have the factories, and now we have the encrypted ledger. Why would we ever use your legacy server again? To support your $34 trillion debt? To pay for your social experiments? The East has realized that we don't need a global currency. We just need an efficient algorithm. And your system is the opposite of efficient. It is a rent-seeking virus that is currently being quarantined by the rest of the world. Let's perform an integrity check on your balance sheet. The West, and specifically Washington, is trapped in a debt-death loop. you have $34 trillion in debt. That's not a number, that's a systemic failure. To pay the interest on your old debt, you have to print new debt. In any other algorithm, we call this a Ponzi scheme. But because you own the marketing department, the media, you call it fiscal stimulus.
The Eastern algorithm isn't buying the lie anymore. For 50 years, the East was your lender of last resort. We sent you real goods, shoes, iPhones, steel, and you sent us IOUs on green paper. We were subsidizing your middle-class dream with our hard labor. But we've just updated our risk assessment. We've realized that your IOUs are backed by nothing but a government that can't even pass a budget.
So we are doing what any smart investor does during a system crash. We are unloading. China, Japan, the Middle East, the nodes are disconnecting. We are trading your digital IOUs for physical gold, strategic mines, and energy grids. While you're busy debating debt ceilings, we are busy acquiring the hardware of reality. Your dollar is a speculative bubble that has run out of greater fools. Now, let's talk about the life support system of your hegemony, the petrodollar. Since 1974, you had a cheat code. You forced the world to buy oil in dollars. This meant that every country on Earth had to maintain a dollar cash just to keep their lights on. It was a global power tax. The Eastern algorithm just patched that exploit. When the Saudi Crown Prince decides to settle oil in yuan, or when the UAE signs gas deals in dirhams, the power cord is pulled. The dollar is no longer backed by black gold. It is now a floating junk asset. The West used to say, the dollar is our currency, but it's your problem. Well, look at the ledger now. It's no longer our problem. We've built the petroleum infrastructure. We've built the BRICS pay system. We've moved the energy value consensus from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Without the petrodollar, you aren't an empire. You're just a high-consumption island with a massive credit card debt and no way to pay it back. The energy-backed algorithm is the new global standard, and you're not even on the grid. This is the final audit verdict. The West thinks the East is trying to replace the dollar with another king. You think we want a yuan hegemony? You're wrong. Your thinking is too 20th century. The Eastern algorithm isn't replacing one master server with another. We are decentralizing the concept of value. We are moving the world toward a multipolar ledger backed by atoms, energy, and productivity. We don't need you to approve our currency. We just need to stop using yours. When the global factory, China, the global gas station, Russia, and the global resource mine, Africa, South America, sync their own ledgers, the Western financial empire becomes an isolated node. You thought your finance was the real world, and our manufacturing was just a service. The algorithm has just inverted your reality. The pixels are dying. The atoms are ascending. The audit of the dollar is closed. The verdict, terminal obsolescence. You're not losing your wealth. You're losing your ability to hallucinate. The ledger is balanced, and the balance is no longer in your favor. If you finally understand that your bank balance is just a legacy entry in a failing database, it's time to move your data. Like this video to confirm you've received the system update. Share it with those still trying to save a dying currency, and subscribe to the Eastern algorithm. Next time we look at the standard of intelligence. Who owns the logic of the future? Stay functional. The Great Reset is here.